Welcome back to my channel, Debt Free Me. My name is Yana. I am a 35-year-old mom and wife that's on a debt-free journey. And in today's video, I am going to be reviewing my week 3 spending for my February's paycheck. But before I jump into my spending, I did want to give you all a little bit of a background about where I've been for the past 2 weeks. If you don't want to hear and just want to see the financial part, please feel free to fast forward. I had not been physically feeling well. I've been in a lot of pain for upwards of a month or over a month at this point. But I have recently started to feel a little bit better. So I'm happy about that. But I was not doing mentally well either because I was working a lot. It's been very stressful with work, and um, it's been very cold, and it's been darker earlier than normal. Everything just became like a mental burden. Just thinking about the things that I need to do to survive, like going to the grocery store, getting food, and cooking. Like everything just became a mental burden, and it just was exhausting. And so I think that definitely led to my overspending. I think I started to spiral thinking about the money that I had been lending or covering for other expenses that weren't really my expenses. So, for example, my husband car taxes, and then also I lent some money last month to help someone out. And so it just kind of brought me into like this, if I can pay out all this money for other people's emergencies, why do I have to continue to say no to myself? I think that kind of led to it. So at first it was just like, one thing here, one thing there. But afterwards, I continued to spiral and I just couldn't stop. Even when I knew deep down in my heart and I knew that I didn't have the money, I just kept swiping and kept spending. So, with all that going on, I was not being diligent about making my videos because, again, like I was saying, everything just was a burden. But I am now starting to feel better and come out of that slump. And I do want to stay on track moving forward. And I did have a realization that being happy doesn't equal spending money. You can be happy without spending money. I need to disassociate happiness and money because otherwise probably never want to be happy, right? All those things was going on, the physical pain, mental well-being, stressing about work, finances, saying no to myself constantly. And so that caused the spiral, but I am hoping to get out of that funk, stay out of it, and stay on track. Let's go ahead and jump into these numbers. So this video will not be too long. I know people have short attention spans. So let's go ahead and get into these numbers. So on February 8th, I went to get my car washed because it was filthy. And this came from my car gas fund, and that was $15. I also went to Walmart, got some household items. Definitely overspent in this category. I spent $144.06. Also went to Wegmans, got some food for the house. That was a total of $148.16. Went to Dollar General for some snacks. That came from the food budget, and that was $10.66. On the 9th, guess what I did? I had to go get me another car wash because those birds was very disrespectful. Like they really just like let loose all over my car. And I was so disappointed because I just got this car washed the previous day. It was so bad that even on my way home from getting the car wash, I got some more bird poop on my windshield. They were so disrespectful. But luckily, I was able to get that cleaned off with my windshield wiper fluids. But yeah, that came from my car gas fund, and that was a total of $17. On the 10th, I went and got some food from Thai Palace. This was takeout. That was $16.07. On the 11th and on the 12th, I actually had two no spend days, which is great, but I don't even know if I can even really truly celebrate this with the way the next week's spending went, but I'm happy that I at least had it here. On the 13th, I went to Food Lion. I took this from the food category, and the food came up to a total of $19.43. And then I brought something on Amazon. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I took it from my account and it totaled $7.51. And then on the 14th, which was Valentine's Day, I am so sad I couldn't wish you all a happy Valentine's Day, but I'm doing it now. Happy belated Valentine's Day. I hope everyone enjoyed their day with family and with friends and all your loved ones. I truly enjoyed my day. I just had a really bad food day, y'all. So I went to brunch with my sister and my husband. My daughter couldn't go because she had ballet practice, but we did end up getting her food, bring her food to her practice. It was a new brunch spot, but I didn't really enjoy my food, so I didn't pay for brunch, but I also went out with my sister and then my daughter and a friend. We went to another restaurant to get ramen, and this was the first time we've ever been to this place, and I thought it was going to be great. However, I did not enjoy the ramen, you guys, but my daughter enjoyed it, and it was just a good time hanging out with my sister, my daughter, and my friend, and just having a good time over this food. And so I wanted to pay for everyone, especially for my friend, because she always pays for me whenever we are going out. So I spent a total of $170.98 for our meal. And I went ahead and took this from my high yield savings account because I knew I was going to be able to cover it through my expenses. This was definitely unexpected spending, but I am so happy to have spent that time with them. And then also went to Food Lion and got some food to eat because clearly dinner and brunch was not good. It was just a bad food day, y'all. But that total came to $19.43. So in total, I spent $568.30. Let's go ahead and review how much money I had left remaining in my expenses categories at the end of week 3. So for food, I had $97.67 remaining. For my hair, I had $50.50 remaining. For my daughter's account, she had $115 remaining. For my car gas fund, I had $40.14. Household, I had a negative $84.21. Nothing for medical. Massage still had $110 remaining. For takeout, I had $17.78 remaining. And then for my spending, my category, I had $39.10. And at that time, my gym membership payment did not come out, so I still have $79 remaining and nothing for BTS. That's all I have for this video for my week 3 spending. Thank you all for watching and certainly being patient with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.